take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,
Hi, how are you? I am the real lovely C, and I am here to bring you, honey, love after lock up. Yes, love after lock up. I am here to bring it to you, honey. If y'all didn't see it this weekend past, y'all really missed something good. Because I mean, every week it is getting juicier and juicier. Before you start, let me introduce myself. I am your host, the real lovely C, and momentarily we'll have Prissy on. Prissy is on. Let me introduce you to her. Hey, Prissy, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. You good. So yeah, so this is Prissy and this is our weekly review, our recap, replay, reality talk on Love After Lockup. Yes, some of you may be wondering what when is we going to do Ready to Love? We're going to do Ready to Love one day this week. Okay, and also look out for Love and Marriage DC tomorrow. And I have a co-host for that also. Okay, so let's get started. I'm tired, pretty tired, and we got had long days today, so we're gonna get this on out the way, y'all. So like I said, we're talking about love after lockup. Now I'm going by couples. This I'm just gonna do it by the couples. Okay, so Justine and Michael take a pregnancy test, and Justine is pregnant. Justine
Wow.
is pregnant. Yes. And Michael tells her that she's pregnant because she peed on his stick and he let her know that she was pregnant. So and Michael tells Justine, um, she say, what are we going to do? Justine wants to tell her mother she's pregnant, but Michael don't feel like she needs to tell her right now because they just found out. And for real, she don't like him like that. You know, Michael wanted her to quit her job. This was before the pregnancy because he can't deal with all them kids after school. You know what I'm saying? And Justine is against it, and she don't feel like she need to quit her job. What are your afterthoughts, Prissy?
I think Justine should keep her job.
What about the
She
health
keep,
insurance she got?
that's right, because he's okay. He's trying a new business and he's doing try to do a music, but he don't have insurance now. She need to have insurance for when she go to the doctor, so she get her pills for the baby and everything, her checkup. What's she gonna use?
I guess
What
she
is
gonna get on
she doing?
Medicaid. I guess you gonna get.
Lord. They have so many kids already.
They got a lot of kids. I mean, they got the Brady Bunch going on over there. But I love this couple. I really love this couple. You know, I just don't feel like she need to quit her job, and she don't feel like it neither because since they got another mouth to feed. Cause see, they are booked and they are tied down for the year. You know, his music business. He goes to
Right.
see he one of the places where he can a recording studio. He finds a recording studio online, and the guy tell them it's hard to get in the local ones because you have a list that you gotta follow by, and it's a long list that you gotta check off, and most of the people who's gotten in there are already booked. They've been booked out through the year, so you ain't got no chance. You got some bomb ass music, but you cannot get in there right away. You know what I'm saying? And he can't leave the state for 60 days. You know, so he's stuck. He don't think he- I don't think him selling his tennis shoes would be enough to take care of his family. And he don't either. He already told Justine to quit her job. And Justine called her boss girl, and she did what? She quit her job. They didn't want her to ask they didn't want to ask her, but they asked her to think about it, and they don't just want her to quit because of her husband. They want her to quit for herself, and she's a good worker, and they don't want to see her leave. What are your afterthoughts on this couple, her quitting her job, no insurance, no nothing? They only got this tennis business that's off and going. That's going pretty good because they've been working on that when he was locked up. But Justine had a job with extra money that she could contribute to those things. You understand what I'm saying? And tennis shoes now, honey, is expensive as I don't know what. And he don't think it's gonna be enough to take care of his family. If he don't think it's gonna be enough, why in the hell would she quit her job? What are your final afterthoughts on Justine and Michael? Anything you want to add to it?
I really think they should have waited. They should have waited until Michael, he should have waited he should have told Justine, let's just wait until I get my business rolling. Then you could stop. Way it looks now, he's not gonna be able to take care of her and the kids. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to I don't know where he got child support on for the other kids, but that's a lot of kids to take care of. Plus, you're gonna try to do this with your music. And I saw the part where the man said it's harder now to get your music out there. He got
Right.
nowhere. They
He can play it, he can record it on this, he can sell them like that, but he not gonna get inside no studio, no club or nothing to play his music. He not gonna get into nowhere to play it. And that's the whole thing. To make that extra money, he gotta be booked for these places, and these places are booked out. Now, yes, he can record his music and sell them on CDs on the street. You understand what I'm saying? But and maybe take them to a few radio stations, and maybe somebody will pick them up that way. But he not going out to do no singing until them 60 days are up.
Do
All
he
right,
really think he can? He really think though he can just he gonna hit a big record deal. He really thinks that, which is fine. But until then, let her work and keep the thing going on a flowing basis. Because if she stop and he don't bring in no money, they're gonna have nothing to meet the ends that they make. They're not
right.
gonna have. And I think
Exactly.
that's gonna be a problem between both of them.
I
I
agree.
feel.
I
Yeah.
agree. So let's move right along. Let's move right along. We got Travis and Ashley. Now, when they kind of Ashley something else. Cause see, Ashley put on like she had this and she had that, and she was this big time seller, and she been making all this money. She well for the last 4 years she been sending him everything that she needed that he need, and she been taking care of him. And she come to pick him up, and she got this beautiful house and everything, and beautiful car. Now the landlord to find out that she got a felon living in her house. Now he give her 2 weeks to move. She don't want the cameras to catch the action. She tell them to get out her face, not right now. Okay, so Travis and Ashley, okay, so they moving with his mom, cause her landlord gave her 2 weeks to move. She's hoping they don't think that they. That's my dog. Hush that noise up. She want me part of the conversation. She's hoping that they don't her his family don't think that she's catfishing him. Travis did 5 years because he don't have anything. He don't have nothing. Travis told his mom the truth, so they are going to go, on their way to up there. They get there and they stop at this candle shop to get his mom a gift. Mr. Travis know they ain't got no damn money. He really don't believe this shit. He think the jewelry gonna sell and everything, and he just gonna buy what the hell he wanna buy. And this woman told him that they ain't got no money. Okay, so they go buy a gift for his mom. Travis go to use his card to pay for the 3 candles, and the candles came up to $80. They was $20 a piece. So the card was declined. So Ashley don't see no need to buy no gift. Ashley tells you don't. Ashley Travis tell Ashley that you don't go to someone's house empty handed. So they go to the car to look for some more money, and she pulled out an extra 10 before they left out the shop. Then she pulled 20 out her pocket, said that was her nail money. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley, he just talking to her any kind of way. So they pulled up like they got the $30, and he used the cash in his pocket. Why he couldn't just get one candle? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? One candle would have been good enough, but he had to get 3. So Ashley still have to has her jewelry, but her jewelry's in the bank in a safe deposit box. Because she really don't trust him to leave them all that jewelry. That jewelry is expensive. Travis took Ashley to the bank that he robbed before he was locked up. Travis told that he told that she don't have no money, but wait, things will get better. Ashley he think Ashley gonna pull a rabbit out of her hat. Ashley don't want to live with his mom. She went to the store looking for different types of jewelry, and the man offered her a part-time job. And she said, I might need it and might need to take you on that. He thought she was playing, but she said, no, I'm serious. So Travis' mom don't think they need to get married. She thinks all they need to do is live together. Travis was against that, the way she was talking about her, and they got into a little argument, and he want them to have a good relationship. He knows about this jewelry. He knows the type of money that she pulls in. He know the type of money that they could have. you know Ain't nothing been said about him going back to get his license to be a craftsman. Remember he was supposed to be some type of craftsman. He was gonna go take a class so they can work together. But before they left, she said, "Figure it out, man. Go get some money." And I'm hoping that this don't be a trigger for him, and he go try to rob another damn bank.
It might be. I mean, he depending on her, and she don't want to be there with his mother because she feel like his mother is just gonna be watching her, and the mother don't really like her. She
Right.
already feel that, actually feel that already, and I don't see him doing anything to try to make help without with the money. He want to stay with his mother and let Ashley do all the work. So Ashley
Exactly.
probably trying to keep her stuff secure. Like I ain't gonna let you see everything I got because you gonna try to take it all.
And even though she's giving them a nice place to stay, she had her basement redone and it looks like a whole one bedroom apartment. And she said y'all can stay here as long as you need it. But after a while, did you see when she tried on that antique engagement ring
Oh
that she
yeah.
had on her finger and she fit Ashley looked at her like,
And then
she
she
said,
said,
I'll
"Give
give
it
it back
back."
to you when I know I love you.
That's oh, you'll give me my stuff now. I don't care whether you love me or not. Give me my ring back here.
So I guess she's saying this is a down payment on us staying in that basement.
Yeah. She probably is. She look like she's a little money hungry too.
Man, she do not like Ashley. She said for them to they could talk, y'all can live together, but I don't think y'all need to get married. She ain't got no job, you ain't got no job, y'all don't need to get married. But it was okay for them to get married long as she was working. You gotta shut that noise up. Y'all, I'm sorry. I bought her a toy and the toy is squeaking. She chasing this thing around the house. So let's move on from Travis, and because I I feel like he's not taking her feelings in consideration. I think that this couple would not make it and they would not last. I don't think they're gonna go 60 days. I think after the season's over with, that's gonna be the end of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they're gonna. I think he may start. He looked like he using now, and they pre-take this like last year. So the new season getting ready to come out in February this month, the new episode. So they take this last year. So in his confessionals, if you look at him allegedly, and this is my opinion, he got that look of a user. You understand what I'm saying? In my opinion, and I'm hoping that he's not, because I would hate for him to get her started on something that she's not accustomed to, that she haven't been around, and he's already admitted he robbed the bank because he was on his way to get some narcotics. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want him to get her started on it, and then she start going in her jewelry, go to the safe deposit box, and start selling that jewelry
To
just
get drugs.
for using. So
Mm-mm.
I wish her the best, and I hope she have an open mind. And I wouldn't have gave her my last damn $20 for no three candles. One was enough.
One was definitely enough.
One was enough. So
That was
let's,
coming from her.
go ahead.
The candle was coming. He did that all crazy. He said, "No, I get one for me, and you get one for you, and then we get one for both of us." That's dumb. Just get one for both of us. He tried to
Exactly.
perpetrate like he got money. The mama know he ain't got no money, but he tried to perpetrate.
Exactly. And all they got was that change, and she out early that morning looking for a place to find platinum jewelry. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that alone, she up early the next morning and gone. Don't know nothing about where she at. That GPS in that car. You got to think about, she got that car note she got to pay off. Gas costs. You know what she's supposed to do. The first time she asks the mom for some money, it's gonna be a situation.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
think he gonna have nothing.
yeah.
You know,
So
the
if
mama.
y'all in the room, please hit that like button, and if come on and let's talk about it. Put your thoughts in the comments. We talking about love after lockup. So let's move right along on Monique and Derek. Okay, so Derek lets his brother know how much he loves Monique. They said Monique is not the type. Monique is upset because Derek is not answering his phone. Monique got a tracker on the phone. His brother turns it off. Derek put a down payment on engagement ring. Hold on. Yeah. Derek put a down payment on engagement ring. Um the the chase that Derek was being in by he was being that white car that was chasing him, that was a CO, the CEO, the correctional officer where he used to be at. One of the places where she was at, she was chasing him.
Hmm.
He knew who it was. She bought him the tablet. She bought him she gave him money, allegedly. You know, they showed the tablet. Allegedly he said she bought it. And he had women that he was talking to. He had one woman shaking her ass all in front of her, giving them a booty clap. And he couldn't let Monique see that tablet, so he was hiding it from her.
Hmm.
So, he was dating a woman in jail. She got him the tablet. Okay, so he was getting text messages from other women. Derek had women clapping their booty cheeks. He said that's what he needed to do. He don't date. His brother said, "Man, you don't date BBWs. We don't date BBWs." Meaning big. I guess it means big black women.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful black women, or I don't know what BBW. I'm old, child. What BBW stand for? Big,
Big
beautiful
booty.
black women.
No, he wouldn't say you wouldn't date beautiful black women. So, because he was talking about Monique.
But she is beautiful though. She's not a bad looking woman.
That's not what the brother meant though. Because the brothers ain't even seen her and they don't like her. So that I don't think that BBW meant that for that. Because
Okay.
if you look
But
at some of
Derek
those
said it.
videos,
Derek called her. Derek, when Derek first came home, he said something in that range that I'm not used to dating BBWs, but Monique is fine. She's a wonderful person, and the sex was good.
maybe it means big black women. I don't know. But that video that he had on his tablet, there was some big booty women.
So maybe it is big black women, or okay, BBW. Y'all put it in the chat. Tell me, the replay crew. Tell me what BBW mean. Is it big black women or big beautiful women? Whichever one it mean. That's what they said. So Derek said Monique is family, y'all. Y'all just gotta give her a chance. Derek and his sisters and nephews come home, and they was glad to see him because they hadn't seen him since he got out of jail, and they came to pick him up, but he went with Monique. They went to visit his mom at her gravesite. His mom was murdered when he was 20 years old, and he was locked up. So he didn't get a chance to grieve. You know, I don't know if it was right before he got locked up or right after, but he said he never got a chance to grieve. So all his siblings been together for the first time in a long time. They took him to home to where Monique was, and Monique grilled him to the to the to the grilled him to the third degree, honey. Monique don't let Derek out his sight. He says she smothers him. So
Yeah.
Derek PO office called about him doing a drug assessment and and Monique got to hear all the conversations about that. And the assessor asked him what type of drugs did he use in the past, and he explained to him that sugar boogers and white snowflakes and things like that. But it was all, he said, but it all this happened when he was young, you know.
Mhm.
So what are your afterthoughts on Monique and Derek?
Well, Monique do kind of smother him, but Derek makes it so that she have to because he's not telling her everything. He's telling her little bitty pieces of what he want to know at a time, and she feels that. But she also smothered him. Now he felt like if he told her that he wanted to go to see his sisters and brothers, that she would grill him about it, and then it'd be a big mess. So he just snuck off and did it. It doesn't pay to be like that. Smother someone where you can't tell them where you're going, and then you got to
Right,
deal get back. I don't know how that's going to work out because he hiding stuff, and she wants to know the real deal because she knows something is up.
right,
I think
right.
she's going to with everything and let's see what happens.
I agree with you. And I find like most of the like at least three couples out there, they got what is this? They putting trackers on the phones. All of them just about got trackers except for one other couple. Eric's got a tracker on Cameron's phone. Monique got a tracker on Derek's phone. Um, I don't think Skylar no don't have no tracker.
I don't think Nathan and Skylar have them.
No, because she was looking for him and she didn't know where he was. He was at home sleep. So they not even getting along. So let's move on because we almost done. Because Eris and Cameron. So his family is throwing him a welcome home party. But Eris is sick from the night before from all that drinking, and they had just got married at 12 o'clock midnight. And she was not going to be at the party. She didn't want to come. She had said she had already met the half of the family, so she was going to pass. And on top of that, she had to take her daughter back to the airport. Her daughter's only what 13, 12 or 13, and she had to take her back to the airport with another adult. Of course, she was traveling with another adult because she had to go back to school, and Eris was going to be had to leave the next day to go back to Florida herself. So she just wanted to rest and wanted to cuddle. She said she didn't understand why they didn't throw him the welcome home party before they got married or right after he got home. But
Right.
anyway, Eris is going back to Florida, and the next day, Cameron made some smart ass remarks saying, "You better hope I come back home." And he walks out the door, and he tell her, "Don't be doing that neck action." Now he all bold and he getting smart. So I don't see this couple lasting either.
No.
As he said, we gonna now y'all got married. Now you talking to me, kind of mind me of what love got to do with it. Once we get married, now you gonna talk to me any kind of way.
Right.
You
Um,
gonna talk
but
to me any kind of way. So
yeah, he
he go
got a,
out the door.
he
So
had
his
an
fan,
attitude.
what you say?
He had an attitude. I mean,
Hmm.
and then the family had an attitude because she didn't come. I mean, they like you said, they got married at midnight. They stayed up to the wee hours of the morning. Do you want if she don't feel good? And I don't understand why he didn't say instead of saying she didn't want to come, just said she didn't feel good and she got to get her daughter off to the airport. That should have just nipped that right in the bud right there. But he gonna go over there and say, "Oh, she didn't want to come." He starting
Yeah,
stuff.
right, because he should have stood up for her. So his family is upset because Eris didn't come, but they made their way to the wedding. So his sister called her, and Eris told her that she was tired and she was sick. Also, that she got her daughter ready, had to get her daughter ready to go back to Florida for school the next day, and she let her daughter know that she would be home the next day. So Cameron goes off on his family about Eris, asking him all these questions about her, and he was very drunk. Cameron damn near fell off the table. His aunt had a talk with him, and his sisters and did also, and they basically talked about the same thing. You know, worry about she couldn't come to meet his family and he's about to move to Florida and she didn't even take time out to meet them. What kind of person does that? So what are your afterthoughts on Aaron and Eris and Cameron?
What kind of family is that? First of all, they know he's supposed to be drinking, but you up there giving him liquor till he got drunk.
He can drink, but he can't drink. He can
Well, he,
drink but drink sensibly, but he overdid it.
that's right. He didn't drink sensibly. He overdid it. He drunk, and God forbid if he go somewhere and do a crooked walk, the cops stop him. He gone.
Well, he walked out the house. He walked out the house, and according to the next episode, he hadn't came home, and it was late, and she hadn't seen him. So we don't know if he'd have stopped off at some homie's house or he'd have got drunk somewhere. Don't know what to happen. If he'd have got locked up, don't nobody know what's gonna happen. So the next episode is supposed to be good. So make sure y'all watch it on Friday on WeTV at 8 o'clock. All right. So yeah, I think the family was very hard on her. I also think yeah, she was tired, but he's only been out for 3 or 4 days and they had a lot of stuff to accomplish. He had to see his PO. He needed some punani. He needed a whole lot. He needed that punani more than he needed anything. You know what I'm saying? So he was hype and he nasty, and he look nasty. She let him know I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like the way he talked to her at the hotel, and I think he should have been a little bit more considerate. And I think that he should have took up for her with the family. Okay,
Absolutely, absolutely.
so the last couple is Nathan and Styler. Styler mom has been looking for her daughter. Producers are worried because they haven't seen her and she was scheduled for filming. And her mom thinks that she was using and that's why she hasn't seen her. And she does this disappearing when she started using. They are hoping that she haven't relapsed. What that's her biggest fear. After Styler shows up. So Styler, she finally shows up to her mom's house. Okay. Um, she put her hands on the camera, like she blocked the camera, told her to leave her alone, and told him to get out of her face. So the cameraman gets in Nathan's truck, and Nathan tell the cameraman that they've been fighting. And he asked the guy to get the fuck out of his truck. Just like that. Get the F out my truck. Because he told him we've been fighting and you still asking me all these questions. I don't think they're going to work because Styler, he, well, he jealous. He jealous. Nathan is real jealous. But
Not
the
gonna
stuff
work.
that Styler is doing, it makes another man go off. You answering your phone when
Yeah,
you
but Nathan is a little over excessive with her. He also smothering her. And they just argue about any and every little thing. I don't think they're gonna make it. It's
they're
just
not gonna make it. I don't think so neither. He don't want her to use. Both of them has used before. So, you know, the littlest thing can trigger you off,
right.
and gotta be have your head on straight, and you gotta sit back and count backwards and recess what you're doing before you start using. You
Right.
gotta think about where you are and how far you come,
Hmm.
so you don't make the same mistake again. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? And if you find somebody that's not helping you with your dreams and bringing you down, you need and not being there for you, you need to leave them alone. This man, he the one that bought her a ring, so I don't feel like it's all his fault. I think he's trying to make sure she's not around the wrong company, and
Yeah.
I think that's why he's smothering her. And I think all of them is trying to make sure all the couples, that they cats come home. They trying to make sure that their loved one don't go back to jail.
Yeah, everybody stays out of trouble. But I think all the couples need to sit down, talk out what they need, especially Monique and that they need to talk it out and then put everything on the table. Give them a little room. You don't have to, smother them, and it might work out. But the way it's going now, I don't know because they argue about every little thing. All the couples they're arguing about every little thing now because it's like one want the other one to do more, or one ain't telling the other one everything, or Nathan and Skylar they just off the chart. I mean, I don't know about them. They can't
Right,
even carry a conversation. They start talking and they say, they arguing.
right, right. So y'all, this has been Love After Lockup, and February is supposed to be like the brand new season, so we're gonna have some more couples that's old but that's new to the section. Some that had babies and they trying to see how they did after they locked up. Now I'm kind of worried. I done seen previews with Justin and Michael. They're going to say something about one of them have been indicted, and I don't know what the indicted is going to be. So I'm hoping that Michael is not being indicted for anything, or she's been indicted. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
he used to be in the streets before when he was before he got locked up, and that's how he made his money. He was a hustler. So
Yeah.
I feel like him telling her to quit her job and to go hustling is the wrong thing to do. So
Right.
I don't know what this indicting thing is going to be about, but February is supposed to be real good, and I do plan on bringing this to y'all every week. So this has been our show. This is Prissy. Please hit the like button. I really, really appreciate it. It helps me in the algorithm. If you're in the replay, comment and tell me what you think. And if you're not a subscriber, come on and subscribe. We'd love to have you. Um, the replay crew, leave me a message in there. I do love to read the messages. So with that, I'm gonna say good night, and I catch y'all on the next video. Bye bye.
Good night.